Ah, new client. What the? Howdy, neighbor.
Hey there, Ace. You got a minute?
Glad you asked. No, I particularly don't. Being a detective and all, I left all my spare minutes in the office. Very busy. You know how it is.
Then why'd you open the door if you were so busy?
That is entirely irrelevant. Now, can I get back to work, or...
Well, if you're so busy, go ahead. I know what it's like. Just when you're not busy, Will and I might want your help with something.
Help? With what? Is this a case you need me to solve?
Sort of, yeah.
On second thought, Jeff, I'll be honest. I'm not busy today in the slightest. Now, what do you need?
Ace?
What? Let's cast. Where are you? It's...
Something wrong?
Nothing. Must have dozed off.
Ace McNacho sleeping on the job? Now I've seen everything.
People change, at least I'd like to believe that. Is everyone...
Not quite. We're still waiting for John. Deck's going by John now, right?
It's Jack, but I suppose it doesn't matter what you call me in private. I presume I'm not too late.
Right on time, actually. Come on in.
I thought Elsi was one of Hector's bots. And in prison. What's she doing here?
Hey, don't worry. We're in the same boat now, Deck. I'm on your team again. Funny how that works out.
If it's any consolation, I don't like it either, but she's proved to be... useful.
So far.
What have we gathered about Dant so far?
Well, for starters, we know he isn't in Hector's warehouse. Riggs barely found a thing with his search, and I trust the guy to notice things. That led us to start interviewing our contacts for information, including yourself, as you're well aware. The investigation turned out rather fruitless, so we decided to turn to our last feasible option for finding info on Hector. Elsi.
Which was done by letting her out rather than getting the information from her from inside of her cell. Remind me why that was a good idea?
She, wasn't willing to cooperate until we got her out of there.
Plus, I figured I'd be more help out here than locked up in there anyway.
Oh, of course you would. And what connections have you made since then?
Well, thanks to Elsi, we know Hector's got some sort of big secret plan going on. Whatever it was, when he took me captive, he wasn't ready, so he decided to take Dan hostage instead as a contingency plan.
Do we know anything about what Hector's initial plan might be?
All he ever told me was that it was big. From the way he talked about it, it's his biggest project to date. Otherwise, I'm not sure. If I had to guess, I'd imagine it likely has something to do with Cast.
It always does, doesn't it?
Must be really hard being so popular all the time, huh, Cast?
Guess it's one of those perks of being me.
Anything else I need to know?
I think we've gone over pretty much everything. Wherever Hector is, Dant's likely there too. Thing is, we don't really know where that is. He wasn't in the warehouse, and any signs of where he went after are few and far between.
Figuring out where Dant is more important than finding out where he isn't.
That is a very fair point. But you know what are also fair points? We're all here working this case together. With you and Elsi's inside knowledge on how Hector operates, Adelpha's and Cast's familial ties, and my killer detective skills, we should be able to solve this case in no time and figure out where Hector's keeping Dant, save our friend, and take Hector down once and for all. Sound like a plan?
Good enough for me.
Yeah, let's do it!
Great. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, let's crack this case together this time.
So, think you can crack this case?
This is not what I was expecting when you said it was a case.
I said sort of.
You want me to help with this? With this?
Well, yeah.
Look, Ace, you're the only other bot we really know well enough to ask. And we have no real idea how to do this. Any of this.
Well, always a good time to learn, huh? You two are the proud, loving parents of a brand new bot. And I don't babysit. Tools.
Ace, please, we need your help. We can do something for you in return. Make it worth your while. Maybe we could pay you, give you a little fix-up or something.
Sorry, guys. I already have an upkeeper, like a real one. Yeah, if you don't mind,
We'll leave you alone for a week. I know you find us annoying and would rather be left alone, so we'll do that. If you help us, then we'll leave you alone.
Alone? For a week?
If that's what it takes, yes. Please, Ace. We need the help. Badly.
2 weeks.
I don't know
Great.
if...
Ace!
Gonna make it 4 weeks. Go a whole month, because I'd love to go a whole month.
Okay, fine. 3 weeks it is. Now, how the heck do we do this?
Not quite sure. Every bot's different. You see, some take a few days to break into Sapiens, some take a few hours, and some take a week or so. You know, all things considered, this is interesting, trying to break into another robot psyche. Let's see what it takes to make this little guy tick. Does he have a name?
Diplomat of agriculture, nature, and tradition. First rendition, cuddly variant, or just DANT-1C for short.
Yeesh, it's a mouthful. I think I'll just call him Dant. Hello, my name is Ace McNacho PDB, and you must be Dant. How's your day going, Dant?
Greetings. Designation Ace McNacho, PDB, and you must be
What
Dan.
is that my...
I am pleased to meet you.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Hey,
Oh,
any gears turning in there?
sorry, I must have zoned out. CPU must be on the fritz.
After all the time Edison and I spent fixing you, it better not be. Plus, we'll be needing that CPU of yours in a bit.
Active support from you?
Don't get used to it. I'm a mechanic, not a cheerleader.
Oh, I love you too. So, where are we again?
We know Dant wasn't in Hector's last warehouse, correct?
Unless there's something Riggs missed, yes, correct.
Hector had a lot of warehouses. If Dant wasn't in that one, who's to say he isn't in any of Hector's other warehouses?
That is a very good idea, actually. I wish I thought of that sooner.
But how do we know which warehouse? Again, Hector has a lot of those.
Just how many warehouses does this guy have?
Which state do you want to start with?
Never mind.
Looks like that's where I come in, eh? I know the location of Hector's warehouses like the back of my hand. If we cross-reference what I know with, say, recent power surges or something, maybe we can narrow down which ones are most likely to hold Dant.
That would take too long. It's already been a month. Who knows how much time Dan has left?
Hey, I'm open to suggestions, just not sure how else to go about it. I'll be right back.
Maybe we could get Detective Riggs in on this too? We could give him the locations, he could send search teams to each of the warehouses. That way we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, in a way, I guess.
That would take even longer. We would need to make a list of all the locations, and Riggs would need to get the search warrants for each of the warehouses, among other legal junk he'd need to sort through in order to send teams to each of them.
Well, it was an idea at least.
And not a bad one by any means, just it would take too long.
And here we are. Every known warehouse location within my databanks.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of warehouses.
I told ya, states.
Nobody ever said finding Dan would be easy, you know.
I know.
So, where exactly do we start?
I think I might have something.
And what do you have? Designation Ace McNacho, PDB, and you must be Dant?
Just Ace is fine.
Processing. Noted. And what do you have? Designation just Ace?
Fine, whatever. What I have is this stupid field. Something my upkeeper tried to do to break me into Sapiens was show me a field and try to get me to point out whatever it was she wanted me to point out. It didn't really work for me, and to be honest, I don't even remember it very well in the first place, but since you're built for stuff like this, yeah, maybe it'll work for you. So, any flowers you like?
I see numerous Myosotis flowers.
Yes, there are quite a few of those. Anything in particular about them that you enjoy?
Error. I do not understand your
It's
request.
just a simple question. Do you like the flower or not? Do you need a different question? What about the sky? What do you think of that?
The sky is blue.
Yes, the sky is quite blue. And
And?
how does it make you feel? Or the flowers, how do they make you feel?
Ace, the sky and the flowers are blue.
That they are, Dad. That they are. I suppose the grass is green too, then, huh? This really is just a waste of time, isn't it? That's what I get for trying to help some bot built in a factory. You were built in a factory, right? Or will Jeff pick you up from the black market or something?
I was built in the Heracles Engineering Robotics Lab at 34 Ironway Street in Exoville, Wyoming, which is approximately 12.8 miles away
right. I
from
don't actually
Limbersdale.
care. Look, it's just garden variety, non-specialized, mass-produced nonsense. No art goes into any of your artificial intelligence. Your chassis design is subpar at best. I mean, it is lowest common denominator. I am not a fan of the method in which you were constructed, and I'm hoping beyond hope that you might be able to ascend beyond your mediocre depth. Even I wasn't this weird back when I was...
Ace,
yeah, what do you want?
I think the forget-me-nots are very aesthetically pleasing. They make me feel content.
Ah. Well, good for you then.
Ace,
What?
thank you.
Well, you're welcome then. Wait a minute. You just broke into Sapiens just now and you didn't tell me?
I believed it was quite obvious with my tonality and all.
Well, it wasn't. You sound exactly the same as before. You were really quite infuriating. You know that?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I suppose that is better to have than nothing.
Yeah? What do you have?
Adelpha, do you remember where DANT was built?
Yeah, I think so. Why?
For whatever reason, my memories of DANT keep replaying in my head. Maybe it's because they're working on the case. Maybe it's guilt. It's probably guilt. Or maybe it's some other reason entirely. I don't know. There's something to unpack for later, but the most prominent memories so far have been my earliest memories of him way back from when he was first built. And it got me thinking. Deck, all DANT ever sent you in that message was a screaming binary code, correct?
Correct.
Right, so screaming is pretty normal, but screaming in binary? Binary could imply that Hector was getting into a circuitry for whatever twisted reason. Now, Hector could feasibly do this in just about any location, but... call it one of my crazy hunches. Where better to have the materials to get into DANT's circuitry than going back to the very place that DANT was first built?
You think Dan's being held in that old place?
Maybe. Although facts we have do line up.
It's worth a try. Where are we headed, Delphi?
Well, Dan was built in the lab. The lab.
Well, what are we standing around here for? Let's go!
Slow down, Gumshoe. We gotta plan this out.
Sure! Here's the plan. I go out and rescue Dant. You do your own thing here. I return with Dant. We have our happy ending. Deal?
Nope.
Seriously?
Guys, I need to be with you. That is... someone's gotta keep you in check to make sure you don't do anything stupid. We're a team, remember? We're supposed to solve this one together.
Okay, fine by me. I'm not letting you anywhere out of my sight, alright? It's too dangerous and I don't want to end up losing you again.
Fine by me.
Welcome to who knows what Hector has in store for you down there.
You sure? We're just still on the run from the law?
You'll need the help. Plus, I would like Dant back just as much as you all do.
You know what? The more the merrier. I'm coming too.
No, absolutely not. You're staying here.
Well, I'm sorry for wanting to be a better person. Call me when you need me, I guess.
Did she try to guilt trip me?
I don't think so, but think what you like.
Adelpha, will you be joining us?
You go ahead, Jack. I'll go over the documents again. It feels like something isn't adding up.
Very well. Good luck.
And well, I've been reading a little bit since Ace was shut down, being repaired. So, I'd like to think my reading comprehension's gotten better. And before you ask, yes, I know where the stairs are.
Are you certain the label doesn't say elevator?
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
So long as I draw breath? Absolutely not.
Man, this is a lot easier when you don't have wheels, huh?
I would advise you to grow accustomed to them very soon.
Here's his office.
How do you know that?
I came here before to look for evidence. Back when I betrayed you.
Ah. What's that for?
To remind you that not everyone has cybernetic night vision.
Holy, I was just asking! Jeez.
We could just guide you in, you know. Or you could walk in without a care in the world, that much time. So, Cass, last time you saw Hector, what exactly happened? If you don't mind sharing, it might come in handy if we run into him again.
Most the usual. I gotta punch him in the face.
Ah, cathartic, I imagine. Some people just have all the luck.
Kurt the cat. Are you calling me religious?
Didn't you go to college?
What does that have to do with me being religious?
Ugh.
Aha! You hear that? That's the sound of middle corridor. If I'm right... Bingo. And you didn't want to bring me along, Cast.
You done gloating? I had my reasons, okay? Come on, let's go.
Be on your guard. We don't know what's down here.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Wait. What is that?
Dant! Let me grab him.
Sure. You go, big guy. File, screwdriver, wrench, suspicious recording device that I'm just gonna snatch real quick. Okay, we're good to go. Lead the way.
You'll be okay, Dant. I just know it.
Give it a rest, will you, Doc? You're gonna burn a rut in the floor with how much you're pacing. They'll be back any minute now.
But back with what? We have no idea if they even found him or not. And if they did, maybe they ran into Hector. And he captured them. So when will they even be back? We shouldn't have just sent them out. Oh, we should have planned more. We should have taken a little more time. We should have...
Will, it'll be okay. Have a little faith, all right?
You're right. My apologies. You know how I get when I'm anxious.
Yeah, I'm just as worried as you are.
Dant!
You found him!
Yep! Ace was right. Dant was there.
Hector was nowhere to be found, though. We found Dant just lying there. Not gonna lie, it was almost too easy.
Oh, I'm so glad you're okay.
So
oh my
much,
god.
you adorable
So
little
glad the
pea
paint job isn't
child.
ruined.
Took the words right out of my mouth, William.
I couldn't have said it myself, except I did say it myself. But oh, that doesn't matter anymore.
I suppose it's a problem for another day. Now, let's get Dad back online, huh?
Right, yes. About time. Jeff, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, I will. Just give me a sec.
Please work. Please.
Greetings all. My designation is Diplomat of Agriculture, Nature, and Tradition, first rendition, cuddly variant, though you may refer to me as Dant. I am very pleased to meet you.
Meet you? Dant? Is something wrong?
Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, Dant! It's me, it's Ace! You remember, right? It's Ace. Ace! I'm your friend, remember?
Greetings, me, Ace. You remember me, right? I am pleased to meet you.
No, 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 Dant. Please, snap out of it, it's me.
No. Oh, no!
Hector. You bitch! How could you?
Huh. So that was the plan.
What plan? What was it? Why is Dan acting like that? What did Hector do to him? What happened?
From what it looks like, he's going through CPU amnesia. His memories are being completely blocked off. He's stuck in factory reset.
Come on, it's me! Dant! Dant!